A state of emergency has been declared across Egypt, as security forces and supporters of deposed President Mohamed Morsi continue to clash around the country. The announcement on Wednesday came amid a deadly crackdown by security forces on two pro-Morsi protest camps in Cairo. The health ministry said at least 149 people had been killed in clashes around the country, but some members of Morsi's Muslim Brotherhood said the death toll was much higher. The state of emergency began at 4 p.m. local time, 1400 hours GMT, and will last for a month, the presidency said in a statement. The exceptional measures were taken as the security and order of the nation faced danger due to deliberate sabotage, and attacks on public and private buildings and the loss of life by extremist groups, the presidency said. Interim President Adly Mansour has tasked the armed forces, in cooperation with the police, to take all necessary measures to maintain security and order and to protect public and private property and the lives of citizens. A curfew has also been imposed in Cairo and 9 other provinces, starting from 7 p.m. local time, 1700 hours GMT, until 6 a.m., 4 o'clock GMT. Interim Vice President Mohamed al-Baradei resigned following Wednesday's violence, saying in a letter to the country's leadership that there were peaceful options for ending the political crisis. Al Jazeera's Shirin Tadros, reporting from Cairo, said the military has now been given a mandate by cabinet to play an active role in the crackdown, if the situation escalates, and we have seen that the situation has escalated. It is a very worrying situation, and the state of emergency only serves to highlight the very precarious situation, she said. The Interior Ministry said 543 pro-Morsi supporters were arrested nationwide, in incidents related to dispersing the cities of Rabaa and Nada. The arrests were made for possession of arms including automatic weapons, and large amounts of ammunition. Journalists killed. Ammar Beltaghi, the son of Mohamed Beltaghi, the head of the Muslim Brotherhood's Freedom and Justice Party, told Al Jazeera his 17-year-old sister, Asma, was shot and killed in the Rabaa al-Adawiyya sit-in in Nasser City. 2 journalists were also killed while covering the violence. Mick Dean, a cameraman for the UK-based Sky News channel, and Habiba Abdulaziz, a reporter for the UE-based Express newspaper, died from gunshot wounds. Live footage from Cairo on Wednesday morning showed smoke engulfing Nada Square, the smaller of the 2 sit-ins based in Giza, amid reports of tear gas and bird shots being used on supporters of the deposed president. By mid-morning, the Interior Ministry said security forces had total control over Nada Square, and that police forces had managed to remove most of the tents in the area. Security forces had blocked all access to the protest camp. In an afternoon press conference, the cabinet media advisor thanked the security forces for exercising self-control and high-level professionalism in dispersing the sit-ins, and held the Muslim Brotherhood responsible for escalation and violence. Witnesses said that after firing tear gas into the Rabaa al-Adawiyya sit-in, pandemonium struck among the thousands of protesters who had set up camp there soon after Morsi was ousted by the army on July 3. Automatic fire. Protesters have camped in Cairo demanding the reinstatement of Morsi, who was country's first democratically elected president, and his Freedom and Justice Party was the largest political group in the now dissolved parliament. Clashes quickly erupted between protesters and security forces on one side of the camp, with automatic fire reverberating across the square. It was not immediately clear who was shooting. No one is willing to give up, and they've said that the gunshots are not going to scare them. Al Jazeera's D. Parvez, reporting from near the Rabaa sit-in. Television footage showed the injured being carried to a makeshift medical center as well as police dragging away protesters, who had defied numerous ultimatums by the army-installed authorities to end their demonstrations. Police barred journalists not already in the camp from entering. In response to the security operation, the Muslim Brotherhood urged Egyptians to take to the streets across the country to stop a massacre. Al Jazeera's D. Parvez, reporting from a makeshift hospital near the Rabaa sit-in, said that the people in the area will not be deterred. No one is willing to give up, and they've said that the gunshots are not going to scare them. She said the hospital, which has been set up in the entrance of a local mosque, has been receiving a steady stream of wounded people. They are bringing in a steady stream of gunshot victims, of all ages, with wounds everywhere. At least 4 people have died from their wounds in the period I've been here.